You are the first. Okay. So yesterday we have seen some uh, like the cloud front, and also we have seen the logs, how to enable the logs in the VPC logs and the subnet logs. Okay. That is very useful because see whatever we do in the cloud, everything need to get logged. So one thing you must be understanding here that all the service, this S3 bucket and CloudWatch. So these are the two major stuff CloudWatch because everything is related here. S3 bucket, CloudWatch. Similarly, you can see IAM role. How IAM role is important. So everything you are giving role. Like yesterday we have seen for if VPC want to send the logs to CloudWatch, then there should be IAM role. If Lambda need to take some action on some another service, then there should be IAM role, right? So this is what the security is. Security is coming into picture here. So IAM is one of the like key resource of the security. Okay. Yesterday I got one request from AWS, not from here in office. So what happened is there is how the operation work is coming up. So one load balancer, one ELP is hosted for there is one ELP. It is hosted for the internet. Okay, so there is application usage. This is the cloud. Okay, so from public, so in the security group of that ELP, in the security group of that ELP, some 40 public IPs allowed for the port 80 and 443. So they requested to add next new public IP, and they say we need access to that particular application from this public IP address. So what I need to do, just I saw the they have given this is the application. So I just went to the ELB and I searched there and I found the security group attached to that, and I checked there were around 40 like 40 rules was there, so I just added the new one. So this is just an example that how the in the operation work, what is our day-to-day activities. Apart from that, yeah, we will talk more on the real-time stuff. What things are coming. We'll talk on that. So today I have like something to discuss about some controls. Okay. So this will be we will talk about the security stack. Okay. So in the security stack, so if you compare, okay, before I reach to before I start with like AWS features, so let me take you to the infrastructure, how infrastructure security happen. So you need to understand this. So this is your office, okay? And here, as we know, this will be your core switch, there will be your uh, access switches, okay? There will be firewall here, and there will be internet router here, okay? And your office will get connected from the internet router, okay? So one connectivity from here, and also one connectivity will be to your MPLS zone, right? So this diagram like many time prepared. So this is the same scenario. So what will happen is right now here I'm showing one router, one firewall, one router, but in the actual there will be redundant devices in there. So every in infrastructure also active passive. One will be active and one will be the passive. Okay? So this is how it works. So now here we will have the actual when we talk about the security. See, if you ask me to talk on the security, I can talk continuously at least 2 days continuously without stopping. because it's a big, very big chapter. Okay, and each and every field is there. So now let's say, for example, here the endpoints. Endpoints means what? All your user machines, okay, your printers, your servers, these all are your endpoints. Okay, so they will connect to the switches, right? This all will connect to the switches. So in the servers, if you remember, in the server is nothing but our key of any organization. Okay. So all your Microsoft servers and your Linux servers, your storage, these all will be your key. Okay. So what generally organization does is like when we talk about the security, the first thing is what you need to secure. What is your asset? That is the first question. So if suppose there is one organization, they are, let's say, construction organization. So what is actual their asset? Their asset is design. Design. What design? The plan, project plan, then the like 3D views, and this is their asset, right? If you if they want to protect this. Similarly, if suppose there is some organization called like financial organization. Okay. What is their asset? Their asset is customer data. They don't want their customer data to be leaked. Who is investing how much amount outside? So they don't want to disclose this. This is their data, right? Similarly, if there is any just you can so every organization, every work, so there will be some asset they need to protect. So those assets when we talk about the security, the first thing first you need to talk on what is your asset, what is your goal actually, what is your asset and how you're going to protect that. That will be the major focus in the security. Okay. So let's say for example this is a construction company and the asset is the designs. So let's say this is the server where all the users, they will access this server and they will store their resources, their design and everything in this server, okay, in infrastructure. So they will access their server and stuff, so all the designs are here actually. So the key of the security will be you need to protect this. Okay, when you need to protect this, so you need to think on uh, all the aspect. The first thing first, what about this server, which server it is. Okay, let's say this server is Microsoft server. Okay, so Microsoft server, so is like you need to first think on what will be the endpoint security. Okay, now leave about the endpoint, so let's talk about the edge. So from internet, you need to first make sure that from public, no one can reach to this particular server. So first thing first, it will be only having a private IP address. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is you should have a firewall which is blocking all the unwanted traffic from the internet. There should be firewall here, okay, and there should be IPS. Now if when we talk about the IPS is nothing but intrusion prevention system. Okay, IPS is different and the firewall is different. IPS, firewall. Okay, two things here. Then what you need is in see if suppose you, and also if you think about this server need internet access, outbound access. Why? Because this server need to go to Microsoft cloud and fetch some signatures and fetch some things. So if suppose this server went to the internet and some malicious stuff came back with that traffic, so what, your server gone. So you need to think on the URL filtering stuff. So what things need to be there. So there should be a URL filtering. Okay, there should be IPS. So IPS will see if any malicious packet, if suppose there is a packet is coming return back, but some virus is inside. So IPS will see that and it will block that. So IPS, URL filtering, firewall. These are your edge protections, right? So that's one thing. The next thing is you need to, in every system, let's say this user, you are protecting your server, okay, you're protecting your server 100%, but the user who is going to access this server, his machine is not protected. Let's say some virus came inside to this particular server. So when he try to reach to this server, so the virus will can be injected to this particular server. So when you talk about the security, you need to think on each and everything, all the possibilities. The first thing, and another thing, there will be AAA. Triple means access, authorization, accounting, and authorization, accounting, and what else? Um, I'm always here. Triple A. Authentication, authorization, accounting. Sorry, yeah. So triple A. So you need to think on who will access the server, what they will access on server, and the logs. Okay. Also, you need to think on the logging. Logging is also one of the very security stuff. So logging, you need to there should be some sort of logging server. So whoever doing what, let's say this guy is storing some file, this guy is connected to the server, so that log should be sent here. So can you see IPS, URL filtering, firewall, AAA, logging, and apart from that, this but every server you need to have antivirus. So antivirus need to be there. So if suppose some like, and this client will be in every machine, antivirus machine, in every machine. So what will happen? This antivirus is nothing but itself, it's a protector inside that machine. If any virus or something came, so this antivirus will protect from that virus. Okay, so this is called a second layer of security. The first layer of security is edge. The second layer of security is your inside, right? This is one of the stuff. Then also there is one terminology called vulnerability. So what is vulnerabilities? So you need to have some sort of tool, and you need to scan each and every machine, your servers, your devices. You need to scan in every 15 days, in every monthly. And what it will does is, like if suppose you scan your server, so it will generate a report saying that this server is having this application running. Let's say the Word or some PDF, it is older version, or this there is some loopholes it will identify. Let's say this machine is having some loopholes, this server is having loopholes, so it will generate a report and you need to fix that. Because what is the vulnerability? Vulnerability is something that the hackers or the internet threats, they try to exploit that vulnerability and make attack. So vulnerability is one of the security measure, like it is one of the important tool that you need to keep. You need to secure your organization. See, this is security is not a one day stuff. It is everyday activity. So every day some new threats will come. You need to protect your organization with that threat. So vulnerability is something with that. So you need to scan that. So see, with AAA, some technology is going on. With logging, some technology is behind that. Vulnerability, some technology, some tool is behind that. Similarly, antivirus, there are many antivirus vendors are available. For the firewall, IPS, these are some different vendors are available here. So also there is one important thing that is called SIEM, SIEM, security incident and event management. So this is what this is also one of the tool. So what that does is, so every device, whether it is a firewall, whether it's a switch or any machine or any server, anything, any electronic device in your system which has the IP address. So that generates some logs. So they take all the logs and it understand the behavior of that particular traffic. So let me give you the best example. Let's say, for example, this user is trying to go to let's suppose you are browsing something. Let's say I'm browsing something. Let's say Facebook.com. So can you see I'm typing Facebook and I'm trying to enter the URL. So how much time it take? 5 seconds, right? One second. One second. Let me connect my charger. Okay, if suppose I want to access the Facebook again, so how much time it will take? 5 to 10 seconds. 5 seconds. So the same tool will have the human behavior, like let's saying that to any URL, a normal guy, if a human is doing something, so in a minute, so 10 times, 15 times, he can access that particular server. Okay, but what will happen if suppose this machine got malicious, like some keylogger or something came into this machine. So what will happen in that situation if suppose there is some malicious URL is here? So what will happen? This machine is trying to go 100 times in a second, 100 times in a 1 second. So can you see this is not a human behavior? So this SIM tool, it will identify that behavior and it will generate an alert, generate an incident, saying that there is something going on, something wrong with this machine. He is not doing as per his behavior. So the security team or whatever, so they do analysis. They will first they will check with this user what he's doing. So he will say, no, I'm not aware. So they will see in his browser some cache will be there or something. So they will do the scan. They will rectify this problem and they will close that scene. So can you see the security is surrounding with your inside, your outside, vulnerability, IPS, everything, right? So this is what in our infrastructure. So if I start calling about the vendors, so I don't want to mention any vendor name here, like for antivirus, which tool is there, SIM, which tool is there, vulnerability, because there are many vendors. Yesterday, I sent you one image Gartner report. So in that Gartner report, like I shared you, right? For that is for the July 2021 report. AWS Cloud is the leader, okay, and the Google is the also second leader, and you can see some another columns also there. So every tool like SIM, there are many organized vendors. They like cloud. AWS, Amazon is not a one. There is a Microsoft also. Sorry, then Azure is there, Google is there, then Alibaba is there. So many Oracle Cloud is there. So the many vendors are there. Why this one? So it's your choice. Okay, it's organization choice. Every organization has their own thing. So they take. So what I'll say, like the people actually they will go behind the vendor. So don't become a vendor specific. Always become a technology specific. Like antivirus, don't try to just become SME of one product. Try to become SME of antivirus so that you can handle any technology. So for the networking guys, I always told, so they just try to stick with the Cisco. Don't become just a one vendor related. So because there are many vendors and the commands and those things will be same. So just try to understand the technology and then behind that there is many. Okay, so guys, so this is all about this one. So AAA, you need to take different vendor in your infrastructure. Logging, you should have, there are n number of choice are there. Like Splunk is one of the choice nowadays for logging purpose. For vulnerability, the famous tool what I know is that is Qualys. Qualys is one of the tool which used very frequently for scanning purpose. For the AAA, the TechX or the ICE server is used, right? For the SIM, QRadar is there. or HP server is there. So many vendors they provide they do the sim provide sim. Similarly, antivirus McAfee is there. Then many organizations are there. So they provide this one. So the whole objective is behind this is of this there is something called um, security awareness trainings to users. So you need to make awareness session with your users. Okay, because 80% of the security breaches happen just because of these innocent users. They don't know anything. So there was one question that if you need to start with the security in your organization, so what you will do first? So first, you will add the firewalls, you will add the antivirus, you will add the logging, or you will educate your employees to the security. The answer was the educate your employees to the security, the first priority. So you need to educate. So there is some multiple trainings every 15 days, 1 month. You need to keep training that. If suppose you got some email, unknown email, don't open it. Don't open any attachment. If you see any URL, if you open any URL in the right side, you get something. So don't click that. So you need to educate that. So this is something. Things and if suppose your organization asks you to reboot your machine in the weekend, so you need to reboot that. Why? Because they must be push some sort of protection to you, so you need to restart your. So this is just an example. So security is all about, it is not one thing. So it is all about in the IPS and the so there is different IPS, different URL filtering, different firewalls. Firewall, I know that the Palo Alto firewall, it's taking care of all these things. Similarly, some new even Cisco is also having next generation firewalls. So this is a whole about, like, you need to think about the security is about edge protection. Edge protection security is about your endpoint protection. Endpoint protection, then data leak data protection, then user trainings, then vulnerability finding. Sorry for the spellings. So this is, it will go on and on. Okay, so but the major things I'm showing you. Edge protection on the top, end protection on the, then data protection. Whatever the data you have, you need to some sort of scans. You need some sort of tools that the data what I have, it is secure. Because you must be having data, but your some application must be vulnerable. Your maybe your notepad or your word, your server is having old stuff. So the hacker from the security side, you need to fix that. You need to be up to date what from the market. Okay, so this is whole about infrastructure, it is happening. Okay, so what cloud is providing, what AWS is providing the solutions. Okay, so if I go here, okay, one more thing I missed here. So certificates. So as I told, there should be a CA servers here. We talk on this one. So CA is something you need to, every server should have some certificate. So you need to secure your organization with the certificates. And the AAA is, AAA is used for your username and password and authentication and this stuff, right? So if you go here in the services, and if you come down, okay, so uh, security, identity, and compliance. Okay, so here let me open just one by one. So IAM, you already know, IAM is, it is all about the AAA, right? It is all about the authentication, authorization, and accounting. User creation and what they did, you can see that, right? Similarly, if you let me open inspector. So we'll just have a look on what is inspector. Then let me open Amazon Messi. Let me open where is it? Security Hub. Detective. See the name how the naming convention given here. Let me open AWS Firewall Manager. WAF you already know. The WAF is nothing but okay. HSM is nothing but your DOS protection. I will show you that. WAF is nothing but that signatures. You know WAF. It will have thread signatures inside that, and you can attach WAF on top of it's stuff. Your internet public hosting application you can use that. Then security hub, okay. Then guard duty. So okay, so just I'm opening. Then cognito also there. So we will just have a look on what exactly. So we will compare with our in this one. Secret manager. Secret manager. It's something you need to you're storing your password, right? Secret manager like kms also here. See, kms is it encrypt the password. Secret manager, it will you can if you put the username there, user password, it will it can be accessed from IAM. So you no need to your password will be secret there. By kms you are encrypting your password. Certificate manager, you can use the certificate to protect more. Okay, now let's have a look on this stuff. Amazon Inspector, what it does. Can you see this? Amazon Inspector enable you to analyze the behavior of your AWS resources and help you identify potential security issues. See, this is like a sim. What they are doing, see, this inspector, by the name, if you look at inspector, so what the inspector will do, they will inspect, they will go what happened there actually, and they will come up with the report that okay, this has happened, this was the case, and these are things happen. So similarly, what inspector will do, it will, if suppose you have EC2 instances, you have many applications going on there. Okay, so you need to run inspector scanning. It does a span. Amazon Inspector enable you to analyze the behavior of your AWS resources. Okay, behavior. Let's say your S3, you're one of the load balancer. It is misbehaving something. See, I told you about this sim, right? So it understands the behavior. So similarly, the inspector, it understands the behavior and identify potential security issues. So it will generate you beautiful report. They're saying. So what you need to do? You need to scan your instances here. So steps: install a AWS agent on your EC2 instance. You need to install one agent here in your instances. Then run that run assessment and the target. So you need to create a target and you need to run that, and then you will get a beautiful report. Review your finding and remediation security issues. Can you see this? So this is just an example, and you know this inspector. This feature came recently. Okay, it is just 2021, I can say. So that's what I'm giving you. So many enhancement happen here. So now let's stop a little bit here. Amazon Messi. What is this? Discover and protect your sensitive data at scale. Discover, protect. Okay, let me do one thing. So let me open in the format. So this is your cloud, okay, and you have many instances here going on. So Just think about every instance will it can be public instance, private instance. You have S3 bucket, you have KMS, you have Lambda, you have Route 53. Many services are there. Okay, so there is something called inspector. Okay, so inspect for the inspector, if you want to use the inspector service, so there is some agent will be there. So you need to install that agent into in each instance or whatever the service. So you need to install here, and this agent you need to create a group into the in inspector. Okay, and this inspector will do a scan on this group, and it will give you a report saying that what is the security potential. See, it will not take action. It is an inspector. It is behaving like this. Okay, so this is all about inspector. Okay, so now the next is messy. Okay, what is messy is Amazon Messy. Discover and protect your sensitive data at scale. Amazon Messy is a data security. This will be I think one second. Ashish sir will be very happy to see this, because this is something data security and data privacy services that uses machine learning to help you identify and protect your sensitive data in AWS. So I will give you one example here how the messy work is. So the business benefit: discover your sensitive data and scale, evolution of your Amazon S3 environment, then fully manage sensitive data types, scale on demand, and automate sensitive data discovery jobs and all. Okay, so what exactly the Amazon Messy is doing? So let me just show you this. So let's say you are using Amazon Messy here. MACI. So what it does? So there is something called data link prevention. So in Palo Alto Firewall, there is one service called Wildfire, or you can say there is one in infrastructure. There is another vendor called FireEye. So what these tools use? They use for the data protection. Data protection. So what will happen? What MS will do? So let's say what is your sensitive data? What is your sensitive data? If like in USA, the SSN number. Let's say SSN number is very customer sensitive data. SSN number. So this is very sensitive. So with the SSN, the entire history of that person will be attached, or his financial or anything. SSN number is very everyone want to secure, right? So let's say from this machine to the internet, from this machine to the internet. To suppose this from this machine AWS instance, the SSN number is sent out, okay, via email or any another service. So you know what Messi will do? So in the Messi unit, there is some matching algorithm it use machine intelligence, okay, machine learning. So you need to give some algorithms here that if you find something called match with something SSN something hash, so you need to give some parameters there. So if you find something like this, please inform us. So when this SSN number was getting sent, so Messi it will monitor all the traffic. So it will detect that this is the source, this is the destination. He just sent that SSN number. So it will report to you. It will not take the action. It will just report. See, inspector is something. It's understanding the behavior. But for inspector you need to have the like agent to be installed in that machine. But Messi, it is for the data protection. Okay, it is not scanning the machine. It is looking and watching the data, what data is going out and in your in your AWS cloud. So data protection, this is different, right? Then detective, Amazon detective, investigate and potential security issues. So now you will find there are some similar stuff, but everything is having some different approach or some different stuff there. So for example, uh, if I say Amazon detective, so investigate potential security issues. So Amazon detective make it easy to investigate, analyze, quickly identify the root cause of potential security issue or suspicious activities. Amazon detective automatically collect log data from your AWS resources and use machine learning, statistics analysis, and graph theory to help you visualize that, conduct faster and more efficient security investigation. See, again, it will give you very beautiful reports and all. See, detective, how it works. Here we go. So, investigate potential security issues. So, enable Amazon detective. You need to enable it. Amazon Management Console to quickly analyze, investigate potential security issues. VPC flow logs, Cloud Trail logs, Amazon guard duty finding. So can you see this? What is in the VPC logs? VPC logs all the, like, who is accessing your VPC, who, what are the public IPs, what are things they are coming. Then Cloud Trail, who, like, all the your AAA logs, your IAM logs. We have seen that. Then Amazon guard duty, we will see that. So automatically districts. So what will happen? Your Amazon. So what will happen is, so you need to enable it, then automatically distills organized data, then investigate a security finding. So AWS Security Hub, AWS Guard Duty, partner security product. So it investigate a security finding. Okay. So Amazon Detectives integrate with Amazon Guard. See, Amazon Detective you need to integrate with Duty Guard and AWS Security Hub. Okay, then you can click investigate from console, then you will get a final report saying that get the root cause. Amazon Detective provide interactive visualize with detail and context, identity, and underlying reason of finding. So it will identify and give you beautiful report, a report with that what exactly happened, and it need to work with two more stuff like security hub and guard duty. So, like, this is not one service, so it need to collaborate with another service. Okay. WAF. Okay. WAF, we already aware about this. We have seen a separate lecture on this WAF technology. So this is we need to protect our application. Okay. So HSM. So HSM, it provide cloud-based hardware security module and generate using your own encryption keys. So with Cloud HSM, you can manage your own encryption keys using uh, FIP validated. Okay, okay, fine, fine. So HSM, it is something like encryption of your keys. Okay, so you will find, like, now you will say what is KMS and what is HSM. So this is what, if I tell you what is detective and what is inspector. So they are coming up with new services. Okay, so maybe some pricing can be different, some advanced stuffs can be in the new service. So similar things they are coming up. Manage and improve your security posture. See, AWS Security Hub. AWS Security Hub provide you consolidate view of your security status in AWS. Automate security check, manage security finding, identifying. So if you look at here, so this all looks for identity. these all are for the compliance purpose. No one is taking the action. If you look at here, this all, even security hub, detective, inspector, and your guard duty, intelligent threat protection for account and workload, one click threat detection. So threat detection, it will identify the threats. What is there, any trojan, is there any virus, is there any like malicious file is there. So it will give you that. So now you can say what inspector is doing, what Amazon guard duty is doing. So you know what, these are new things are coming. Okay, so if I if you look at here, so like this, you can add more services here. Okay, but the whole objective is to protect the AWS cloud. So this is called a security stack. Security stack. In all, then you can use some more detective or guard, okay, or some another services you can use. So if you look at here, these all services are doing different stuff. Inspector, messy, it is data protection, it is scanning, finding the vulnerabilities. It is again, it is for the SIM tool. They work like a SIM tool. AWS WAF and firewall, they are taking care of edge protection. Can you see this? So lot many things, sir. Lot many things. So what is things here is like, you need to like and you know what, these are the new services are coming out. Okay, so if suppose you want to become like a network specialist here, so you need to keep your eyes on this stuff. Where is the network? Okay, see here. So new things are coming. So now if suppose you are aware with the VPC, CloudFront, Route 53, direct gateway, you know. So what is this app mesh, cloud map, what is this global accelerator, you know, it charged me more than 1,000 rupees. Global escalator, why it is used. So you need to keep eyes Cognito offer user pool and identity pool. User pool are used directory that provides sign up and sign in options for your app user identity pool. Provide AWS credential to grant your user. So Amazon Cognito is like a user pool and identity pool. So what users and what is their identity. So this is again authentication. It is related to the single sign-on, and it is related to the authentication and authorization. So this service, Cognito also, it is the new service that came into picture. So what I'm saying is, so this is a bigger picture. So now you cannot say that okay, after learning this all, you cannot say I know the cloud security. Why? Because still you have a security groups. You have like in S3, if you go to the S3, you have their security features, right? What need to be public to be enabled, what their check marks. If you go to EC2 instance, there also you have some security stuff. If you go to the IAM, like it is also, it is one of the security stuff. So even if you go to the Lambda or cloud cloud formation, you can find the security check marks there. See, if you're aware about this all, and if you lose there, then again it's not a lose of security. So you know the security stack, like when the cloud, nowadays the cloud security people, what they do is, so these are the options they have given. This 10-15 options are there, 15-20 options. So they need the security cloud security engineer, they need to analyze and they need to finalize that, okay, these are the tools we need to use, these are the standards for the security group, these are the standards for the WAF, these are the standards for the inspector, this is what we are going to use. So for the Messi, these are the standards. So as you know, the Ashish sir, like he's working on the data security, right? So there is a many tools data, but can you see, if you look at here, this pieces belongs to him, he understand very well, he will understand everything, but this is something. So in infrastructure there, if suppose for one technology one person was working, but here in the security, all the technologies are mixed here, data protection, edge protection, endpoint protection, your vulnerability scanning, everything is coming here. Even uh, like even they're using the artificial intelligence, machine learning stuffs to identify the threats potentials, security potential, these all things. So security is a never ending process. So you need to go each and every service and just try to understand that, and one by one you can do, try to do it, do the practice. Okay, watch the YouTube, there are a number of YouTube videos. So what I'm saying is, you need some like, if suppose now today if I look at you guys, so you guys know about the like from infrastructure to cloud, what are the comparison, you know clearly, you know the EC2s, exactly, the EC2s are not only the cloud, you know the S3, where the buckets will be there and the data will be there, right? You know Lambda, you know cloud formation, right, the automation stuffs and all. Then apart from that, you know the VPC, you know the cloud logging, you know the cloud watch, cloud front, these all things, you know. So now if suppose now you want to move into the cloud security, then you need to reach on each and everything. Take one, let's say today you have taken inspector, just read about the inspector, watch the videos about the inspector, try to do some labs on that, then you can say, okay, inspector is done. Messi, there are some lab. You know, for the Messi lab, what you need to do, you need to have two, three instance. Then you can in one of the in Messi, you can write some code there saying that these are the hashtag or something. If it come, then you need to try to transfer that Excel file to outside world. Then the Messi will catch that. Then you can understand. So this type of labs, scanning and identity, this type of labs will be there. If suppose you want to do detective and security hub and like the two three like security stack lab, then you need to make that platform, you need to create multiple instances, you need to, so that's what in the practice this is not possible. Few things can be possible, but in the practice you cannot see actual logs, you need to jump in the real time. There you can see all this, where n number of services will go on working there, n number of threats are coming up. So the real time stuff you can exactly you can find. But here you can pick one service, read on it, there are beautiful documents given, some YouTube trainings will be there, watch that, try to do the practice. Next, take the duty guard, understand this. So but you but in to the real time they are doing different works. Okay, so that's all about it. Any questions, any suggestions?
when we practice? Or is there any key dependencies?
That's a good question. Okay, so if I look at here, okay, now see here, for when I say AWS Security Hub, okay,
Mhm.
so what it is doing is like, it is consolidating with Amazon Guard Duty, Amazon Inspector, Amazon Missile. You need to integrate these three services. Okay, so after integrate, you need some sort of traffic. You need that threat, right? You need that vulnerabilities in your machines, so that they can take something, and then you can try to take the action on that. CloudWatch alarms required there. Similarly, for the duty guard also. Yeah. So, what are the labs we can do? That's what, like, what I can say. Few things we can try it, but everything cannot be lab.
Right, I
Because
understand
see,
that.
for a Messi, when I talk about the Messi, okay. So how you're going to test it? Okay, you can configure it. See, you just go getting start. So what they're saying, just enable Messi. That's it. What next? What next?
Hmm.
So when you enable the Messi, so you need to see the pricing here before enabling. See here, just go here. Okay. So what they're saying, 30-day free trial for S3 bucket level evaluation security access control. But don't go just with they are specific to the S3 bucket. They're saying something. So you need to go read here something. So what is happen? Okay. Okay, here data process sensitive data discovery. Can you see this? For 50 GB per GB, what they're saying per day. That this pricing is the per day. Pricing is pro-rated per day.
तो
Actually,
पर मंथ बोल रहा है ना ये नीचे डेटा प्रोसेस फॉर सेंसिटिव डेटा डिस्कवरी 1 GB per month.
data process for sensitive data discovery.
Prorated means like, I mean, if you purchase for 1 day and then you're for 1 month and you're using only 1 day, the whole price gets divided by 30. That is prorated.
Hmm.
So
So let's
okay.
say
Anyways, my question was, see,
okay.
if you're putting something here in the S3 bucket and configuring Messi, so when there is an activity in S3 bucket, which is like, if the data is going outside the network or leaving the S3 itself, will it send the alerts?
Mhm. Sorry. I didn't get you.
No, so for example, there is sensitive data which we have just to keep monitoring it, right? So any data loss from there, meaning like, when the data is moved from one bucket to another also, will it give you a
Yes,
message or?
exactly. If suppose that data is going public, or it is like going somewhere, so you need to that data, as I told, that the SSN number, that one of the example. So
This is a very
Messi,
important concept.
yeah, Messi has to have that that hashtag. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's do one thing. So I understand your concern. So see, these are the these things. So you tell me like which one you like it. So what I will do is I will try to show you I will enable that service, and I will show you that. So which one you are interested? You tell me. I
I
know
think
you're
Messi.
interested in all this stuff. So you tell me. So which one you understand?
See, in my opinion, Messi would be the best one because
Okay,
it's everything goes back to the data protection, right?
right.
Ultimately.
रोनाल्डो नहीं है गैस में.
Ronald. Sadaran, can you
ये
stop recording,
ये
please?
नहीं ये नहीं पढ़े तो भाग